Rins. Looks like he's going to have that second place, which should have been his, of course, in Andalusia a few weeks ago.
Further back, Maverick Vinales has just gone through on Jack Miller, so he's made a place up. He's back up into 6th. 5 laps to go now. Morlidelli is clear by 2.9 seconds over Bagnaia. On board with Rins, though, who's trying to get through on Rossi. Rossi there knew it was coming. That's a very clever defensive move there from Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, Rins just trying to pick his moment here. Rossi, so good on the brakes, makes himself as wide as he possibly can. This is going to be tough going here for Alex Rins. We saw Bagnaia just use the power of the Ducati down the back straight to get up the inside of Rossi. Now then, he's had a look a couple of times, Rins, down the braking zone for turn number 8. He's not going to be close enough to strike this time around.
Rossi, each lap will feel like a million years right now for him.
Dovizioso may well be picking off Jack Miller before the end of this race. He's a lot quicker than the Australian. That'll be another couple of crucial points going the way of Dovizioso.
Out of turn 10 we go.
Mir is not out of this at all. Juan Mir's still got a genuine crack at the boots.
Rins is having a look, turn 14, he's not close enough again. Although Rossi's slightly wide on exit, they're almost side by side. Rins trying everything.
There's a big screen there as well. Rossi would have had a right good glare on that big screen and seen the 2 Suzukis ganging up behind him.
Right then, onto the start-finish straight we go with 4 laps now remaining. So that's another lap gone. Rossi's managed to hold on to this crucial podium spot. Tito Rabat, so that's another lap gone. Rossi's managed to hold on to this crucial podium spot. Tito Rabat crashed out, rider's absolutely fine. Again, that defensive line from Rossi to not allow Rins through, because you've probably seen on the screen that that's his strongest point. And now Mir, Tito Rabat's crashed out, rider's absolutely fine. Again, that defensive line from Rossi to not allow Rins through, because you've probably seen on the screen that that's his strongest point. And now Mir is on them as well.
Rins doing all he can to try and find a way through on Rossi, and now having to do all he can to keep Mir behind him as well.
Well, he might actually be able to do Valentino Rossi a favour in a moment, Juan Mir, because Mir will be thinking, well, I can get on this podium myself.
Tito Rabat, so let's hope that he's perfectly okay. There's your race leader at turn 8, just going through. Franco Morlidelli, what a race he's running at the moment. And Rossi, still, he desperately wants to make it onto the podium here in Misano for the 200th time in the Premier Class. He loved to stand on the podium. How special would it be for Rossi to be on the box with his 2 prodigies, Bagnaia and Morlidelli? We haven't had an all-Italian podium in MotoGP since Silverstone back in 2015, when it was Rossi, Petrucci and Dovizioso.
Imagine if they are able to stay in these positions.
Well, he's coming back towards Pecco Bagnaia now. I mean, I just wonder whether fatigue is starting to creep in for Pecco Bagnaia, because he's thrown everything at this, but he hasn't been able to make a decisive breakaway from Valentino Rossi. At the moment, Pecco Bagnaia, he's got his hands full now, just to keep himself in the top 3.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, Rossi will be feeling that he could do himself a big favour and buy himself some time if he could find a way back past Pecco Bagnaia. It's so difficult to predict this one. We've got 4 riders fighting now for 2 spots on the podium. Forget Morbidelli. He's 3.1 seconds up the road. I mean, it's a shame for him that we're not able to witness this show that he's put on, because he's been class from the moment that the lights went out.
I said that equality helmet yesterday was all to do with the famous Spike Lee movie, Do the Right Thing. Well, he's done the right thing so far. Franco Morlidelli has not put a foot wrong. Thought Rins again was going to try and fire up the inside of Valentino Rossi. Rossi so good, so late on the brakes though into turn 8. Rins just cannot get through.
Well, Rossi's now thinking, I want second spot. I need to be getting that spot. I need to buy myself some time. Rins with supreme corner speed through turn 10 on the exit lane. Speed of that Ducati, that's the key. It's so difficult to overtake.
Miller's now got a second win to keep Dovizioso behind him as they battle for 7th and 8th.
This year is just
so crazy, isn't it?
So crazy in MotoGP.
Just to look, top Honda again in 9th. Credit to him on what's been a very bumpy and rocky road on this new Misano surface.
I mean, we could still have 2 Suzukis on the podium this year. Anything's likely to happen. There's 2 laps to go when they cross the line next. Morbidelli's further up the road. And again, through these final sectors, Bagnaia's lead over Rossi shrinks once more. through we go into turn one. Will Rins have another look at Valentino Rossi here? No.
So Rins and Mir, they're running out of time here to try and get through on the Italians ahead of them. Bagnaia, what a resolute race he's ridden so far. Absolutely sensational by him on his return from that horrible leg break he suffered on Friday in Brno. This man has been in a class of his own, Franco Morbidelli.
Yeah, the 25-year-old Roman who was moved over to Tavuglia to work with Valentino Rossi. There's going to be some emotion.
There really is, especially after what happened to him over the last two races. Horror show for him in the two Austrian Grand Prix after a brilliant first podium in Brno. And what a response this has been from Franco Morbidelli.
Well, given what's happened so far in 2020, you could arguably put his name then in the frame for a championship charge also. 25 points are so precious at this moment. Dovi has gone through on Miller. Dovi's up to 7th place.
Just when we were saying Jack's got Dovi covered, Dovi gets on through, and that's another vital World Championship point now then. We are right down to the business end of this Misano Grand Prix, and again Alex Rins cannot get through on Rossi. Rossi in turn trying to find a way through on Pecco Bagnaia.
I just want to point something out here. Morlidelli, I hope he's just got this one under control, but he's lost a second in the last lap.
Yeah, I think he's got it under control.
I really hope so.
Viñales has just set his PB lap. What rhythm Viñales has got at this stage of the race?
Mir's gone through on Rins, sorry Matt.
And that could be it.
That could be done. Now then, Rossi, Rossi almost went down there on the exit of turn one, I'm sure of it.
Did Mir make a mistake in that final, Rins make a mistake in that final sector?
Morlidelli is dropping pace, hand over fist. This isn't over. Mir could still be on the podium here. Yeah, he's going to have a proper bite at Valentino Rossi.
Mir's going to have a pop. It's not a mere formality that Rossi's going to get that to the podium because it's Mir right behind him. Is he going to be close to him? I don't think he is. Rossi's been awesome on the brakes into turn number 8. No, Mir cannot get close to him. Alex Rins is out of it.
Extraordinary race here in Misano, and it's not over yet for the podium places. You have to believe that turn 14 is where Rossi's now got to...
Here comes Mir!
He's going for it! They're almost touching!
Oh, what a move
was that?
What a move! That is a young man in just his second season in MotoGP. Up the inside, there was hardly any room to make that move. Bravo, Joan Mir!
Rossi's now going to throw the kitchen sink at it. Surely Rossi's got to have a look at something here. Into turn 14. He's going to go defensive. He's wide though. It's all gone wrong.
Mir ran the super tight line. Is there going to be late heartache here for Valentino Rossi? The podium slips through his fingers. It looks like Frankie can relax. He's going to take his first MotoGP victory, and Mir will take third from Rossi.
Morbidelli comes across the line, and he's done it. It's summertime for Franco Morbidelli, who is finally a MotoGP winner.